welcome to my little corner. If you don't know me, I'm Serpai. I've spent the last 9 years working in the food industry. Last week, I quit my job again, and finally, I have time to draw. Since it's been a while, I just wanted to sketch whatever comes to my mind. After getting my wrist injury, I've been struggling to draw consistently. The pain always pushed me back, not just physically, but also mentally. This week, I saw an art exhibition while I was waiting for my friend. Thankfully, my friend was kind enough to let us have a quick look. I met an artist I had never heard of before. His name is Burhan Uygur, and he was a surrealistic painter from 1980s. I can't tell you how surprised and amazed I was when I learned about his life and his ambition for art. Back in the 80s, art was not very popular, especially surrealism in Istanbul. He worked many jobs such as teaching art and still managed to sell his works during those years. They say that in one of his classes, he took all of his students to nearest mountain and told them they had to paint there. He believed that art is not something you can learn inside walls sitting all day. A student should be in touch with nature and learn from it. He also said about his art, "I am not the lover of the picture, I am its servant, its apprentice, its bearer." This means so much to me. I often feel the reason why I paint is not simply because I want to. It's because I feel obligated to create. I must share my feelings and desires through my art. I often feel like it lives beyond me, and I'm just trying to reach and connect with it. For a long time, I thought it was only me who felt this way.
So, this is actually my second time with this drawing because I quite messed up the first one, and at first I was like, I thought maybe I can go for it and try to fix it in like next stages, but then I just couldn't do it and I started hating the painting. It's actually pretty late at night right now, but I know if I don't start this now, then I'm gonna feel so guilty tomorrow because it's gonna be 1 week since I quit my job and I really want to make something and proud of myself, so at least I can feel like I'm doing some stuff.
Isn't it strange how art can reveal our biggest fears, guilt, and desires? And yet, that's not rare at all. I remember once talking with one of my artist friends. He was working from home, and isolation had started making him doubt his own worth. I told him it's okay to feel that way, that so many people around the world go through the same thing. That was the last straw for him. He got upset and said he didn't care what other people were going through, and asked how I could think that would matter to him. In that moment, I realized something I never thought of before. When I resonate with other people's struggles, I often feel relieved. Not because they are struggling too, but because it reminds me I'm not alone. I'm not weird or crazy for feeling this way. I wasn't trying to dismiss his feelings by saying everyone feels like this. I genuinely wanted to explain that many artists struggle the same way and that sometimes our need to create comes from a complicated, even toxic place tied to our self-worth. When I was in Belgrade, living in a hostel and drawing 10 hours a day, I started feeling like I was no longer human. Like a computer, a machine programmed just to create. I felt like a little person living inside my own head. And surprisingly, just a few weeks after I felt this way, I saw a comic from another artist about the same thing. The feeling of becoming a soulless machine, trying to create a soul through art. That's when I understood why artists often feel like this. Creativity is a skill rather than some mystic magic. It's something addictive, like many things in this world. After spending years of my life without having enough courage to draw consistently, I suddenly found myself unable to stop. I was thinking about ideas, characters, and worlds in my head, and every second that passed without drawing felt painful. It wasn't a very healthy stage for a creative person. Everything can become dangerous when it's too much, even creativity. I wasn't earning anything or going to school when I was in Belgrade. I was just broke and afraid of starving. But more than starving, I was terrified of going back to the food industry I had left. The only thing that kept me sane was my art. But the tricky situation I put myself in didn't end very well. I started having pain in my wrist, and the more I ignored it and kept painting, the worse it got. Long story short, after 7 months, I'm back at my parents' house and still having pain every single day. But instead of crying or being terrified of my future, I'm focusing only on what I can do right now with whatever power I still have in my hands, even if it's small. Living in an uncertain situation like this, surrounded by physical and mental challenges, often makes me doubt myself and isolate. Social media helped me a lot of during this time, and I'm so grateful for the people who supported me. After this exhibition, I understood how powerful art really is once again. Inspiration made me an artist, and it still helps me move forward. I hope this video also inspires you because connection is the most important thing we can have in this age.